Tonight on CTV News, the fight to keep a primary school open is far from over. Canterbury's top carpenter is announced, and is the drought over?
Broadcasting across Canterbury from the CTV studio, this is First at 5.
Good evening. We begin tonight with a missing person man. Police have serious concerns for the safety of 19-year-old Tori Amstead, who hasn't been in contact with her family or friends since leaving her flat in Aranui at 10 o'clock last night. Police say she may be driving a red 1984 Mitsubishi Mirage with a registration number plate of PQ 9779 and may have had her black and white fox terrier with her. They say she may have gone to the Lincoln area after leaving her flat. Tori is described as slim, about 167 centimetres tall with shoulder-length hair, and was last seen wearing grey track pants and black ballet flats. Police and her family have serious concerns for her safety, saying it's out of character for her to turn off her cell phone and not be in contact with family or friends. Police say if anyone has any information about her, her dog or the car she may have been driving, to contact police as soon as possible. Well, to today's big story, it can be fixed and it's not expensive, and closing it down is the wrong decision for the community. That's what Labour's Ruth Dyson is saying following the Education Minister's decision to propose the closure of Redcliffe's school. Here's Jared McCulloch.
Redcliffe School may close. Those are the words from the Education Minister on the future of this Christchurch primary school.
Based on all the geotechnical, all the modelling results, that I'm initiating consultation to propose closure of Redcliffe School.
The Minister made the announcement following a number of reports assessing if the site would be safe to return to. However, the opposition party's local MP has fought back, saying the school can be saved.
The Minister's been sitting on the report from the geotech experts for over 6 months. I don't know why she keeps the community in limbo for so long. I think it was her proposal to close the school rather than the Ministry, who I think advised to move the school back on site.
They were forced to move from their original site in June 2011 after the earthquakes caused severe damage to land and rockfall from the cliff above. Now they're operating out of the Van Ash Deaf Education Centre, a few kilometres around the bay in Sumner. And the School Board of Trustees were surprised by the announcement.
We've worked really hard on this for the last 4 years, so the decision from the Minister certainly wasn't what we were expecting.
However, the Minister says the report suggests ideas for the school's future, moving the school further forward on the site.
The cliff continues to degrade, that there will be further rock falls. The reports do state that if the school is moved forward and a mechanised bund of just over 4 metres is erected, that it will provide safety.
But she believes it may cause problems in years to come.
However, because there is also clear indications that there will be further rock falls, we don't know whether periodically in the future we would have to move the school again to make further assessments. So on that information, we're unable to give families assurance that there will be uninterrupted education on this site.
She's been proven to be wrong on the point that she's made, so how could you possibly trust what she says is not the reason, which is about money? I think that the government might be looking at saving money by having one less school in the area. I think it's a wrong way to save money, and it will be harmful to our community.
Minister Parata hasn't determined yet if the school was likely to close. It would merge with other schools or build on a new site. But Dyson says it's not the time to think about this outcome.
I want the community to show the Minister that they really want their school back and give good reasons as to why they know it to be safe. The geotech information is all there. I think it's really now incumbent on the Minister to say, well, my proposal was wrong, the local community is right, and I'll put Redcliffe School back home on its original site.
And she says the school will be keeping a close eye on the process.
She has to show that she has listened to the submissions, understood them, and has considered them in making her final decision. So I know that people in Redcliffe will be keeping a very close eye on the letter of the law and making sure that the Minister complies with it. This is a required process, but it's also a process where she has to demonstrate she's listened to the submission.
The consultation process will run until May, allowing the school to put forth their recommendations. So the school remains in limbo, uncertain of where to go. They'll still be here at the Van Ash Deaf Education Centre until Heke Plata can make her final decision in August. Jared McCulloch, CTV News.
A Christchurch horse rider is outraged at what she's calling a lack of police action. Chanel Smith and her friend were riding along Pound Road in January when an oncoming car clipped one of the animals. Now police interviewed the driver of the car and Chanel, but the driver has never been charged. Marcus Gibbs has more.
Bodie enjoying the freedom of his paddock. 2 months on from a devastating day when he was hit by a car, the 6-year-old standard breed is much healthier and on track to recovering.
He can put his cover on and off without him freaking out. He's not as nervous, but a lot of fast movements around his hind end, obviously he's going to be anxious about, but we're getting there slowly.
His scar is showing no signs of fading. Although it has healed over the last 8 weeks, it's no longer the messy battle wound it used to be.
It's a reminder, I guess, for everyone, especially Ainsley and I, what the 26th of January held for us.
Bodie was hit as he was ridden by Ainsley along the grass verge on Pound Road. He suddenly became spooked, so Chanel took her horse into the middle of the road to slow down oncoming traffic. But a car tried passing the 2 horses, clipping Bodie's rear and ripping off a chunk of flesh in the process.
We tried stopping her. It just makes me wonder what happens if it was a child or a dog or a cyclist, you know.
2 months has passed, but Bodie is no longer the calm horse he once was. He doesn't always come when he's called, although it's obvious the love the rider and the horse share.
Good boy. Hi, good boy.
Horses and their riders are legally allowed to ride on the road. The New Zealand Transport Agency guidelines say that motorists should slow down when passing horses as to not spook them. Drivers should give the horse and rider plenty of room and stop if a horse appears frightened. However, the female driver has refused to pay Bodie's vet bills and has yet to meet Chanel or Ainsley for a restorative justice meeting.
We're just more frustrated. I mean, obviously there's priority cases ahead of ours. There wasn't, any major injuries or fatalities, but, contact saying, hey, we haven't forgotten about you, this is happening, or sorry, we're not charging. Just communication would do us a world of good.
Frustrated with what she's calling a lack of police action, Chanel wants the driver to be charged.
I wouldn't mind charges being laid or, a chance for us to actually say what we've been through, what happened.
Bodie's owners have launched an online campaign to raise awareness for drivers on the road. They have a logo and a TV commercial in the works, and more than 5,000 people have liked the girl's Facebook page. Bodie's plight is a controversial issue. A post on Chris Lynch's page last night generating hundreds of comments.
We're not giving up. We've met with the Trucking Association who deals with owner drivers. He's very much backing us. They're releasing brochures about horses. We've been reserved a spot in the trucking show for 2016.
A protest is in the works. The girls don't want Bodie to disappear from the headlines.
We're not quite sure where to do this. We're thinking about just having a meeting at Bottle Lake Forest for horses and riders all dressing up in fluoro. We'll go for a wee cruise through the forest.
Stopping at nothing to get the awareness they say horses like Bodie deserve. Marcus Gibbs, CTV News.
And Christchurch Police are yet to respond to CTV's inquiry about this incident. We'll bring you an update as soon as they do. Well, still to come here on CTV News, Canterbury's top apprentice, who is he? We'll announce him. And students get inventive. Hi, I'm Chris Lynch. Join me every Monday at 8:30 on CTV as we discuss the issues affecting you, your family and everything to do with Canterbury. That's CTV 8:30 right here.
Computer not working? Replace or repair? DIY or get a technician? Looking for parts? Thinking of upgrading? Need accessories? You've got questions, we've got answers. Global PC.
The King is back, direct from the UK. Ben Portsmouth, voted the world's best Elvis performer with the Roger Fox Band, now on his 2015 World Tour. His stage presence and voice quality will make you weak at the knees. You could be watching the King himself. Don't miss Ben Portsmouth, the ultimate Elvis performer. 10 shows only. For booking details, see thekingisback.co.nz.
The preparation, the devotion, the fearlessness, the intensity. Runway model management. First impressions are everything.
Made to measure interiors, made with care, made for you.
Join Graham Sinclair and the team at Gone Fishing as they bring you great stories, fishing tips and beautiful scenery. Gone Fishing, Friday night at 8:30, right here on CTV.
Welcome back to CTV News. With thousands of new Canterburyan tradesmen, it was always going to be a bit of a tough challenge, but you can put down your tools right now. Canterbury's top carpentry apprentice has been discovered. Here's Marcus Gibbs with the hands-on man.
Mark Johnston is at home when he's on a construction site. The 25-year-old Canterbury apprentice is basking in his success after he took on some of the region's top apprentices and came out in first place. His next step, the New Zealand final in May.
I was pretty wrapped with it. I honestly didn't think I'd come away with the win. There was a lot of other competitors there that showed a lot of skill and a lot of heart.
The Canterbury Apprenticeship Challenge is one of 12 events held across New Zealand over March and April. The challenge this year has apprentices competing to build something that all apprentices need to know about.
It was quite a wide aspect of the whole building trade. There was rafters and framing, hanging a door, doing stairs, strings and risers.
The challenge is undertaken in a set time frame and covers all aspects of technical building, from following plans to meeting health and safety requirements. This top apprentice is making an impact at his work sites.
I was really pleased with Mark's performance over the weekend. If I could clone another load of Mark's, I think we would get Christchurch up and rebuilt in no time at all.
His work ethic hasn't gone unnoticed.
He's a dedicated worker, always tries hard and always first in and last out.
Carpentry has been calling Mark all his life. The former roofer's family all work in trades. It wasn't long before Mark joined in.
The whole family's good with their hands, I think.
He's 2 years into his 3-year apprenticeship, and it seems Mark joined the ranks at the right time. Christchurch is facing a housing shortage, and it's carpenters like Mark that are sought after.
Yeah, it's just good just to help your fellow countrymen, I guess. They've been through a lot here in Christchurch, and to actually be involved in it and to make stuff happen, it's good.
He's enjoying being involved in the rebuild of Christchurch, working to make a difference.
I enjoy getting people back into their homes, getting new builds done, being able to show friends and family what I've been involved in when we're driving around the city.
Every day is different.
Normally a different side every day. There's a new challenge to face each day.
Mark Johnston is set to represent Canterbury in the New Zealand final to be held in Christchurch at the end of May. Marcus Gibbs, CTV News.
Congratulations to him. Well, a new program has been launched in Christchurch schools to inspire a whole new generation of specialists. Here's Marcus Gibbs.
Solving everyday problems with technology. That's the aim of this new program launching today in Christchurch. 250 school children spent 3 hours together to find new solutions to everyday problems. Mentors help the students, and at the end of the day, the top 3 teams pitch their ideas in a Dragon's Den style competition.
Why don't we try and bring a whole lot of the clubs together and run a mash-up and see what they can come up with in an intensive 3-hour session.
Friday's mash-up combines 70 Christchurch after-school clubs, which are run and led by partners from the IT industry. This program helps more than 1,000 students every week.
Our universities are stacked full of international students, and in our computer science and software engineering degrees we actually have very few Kiwis enrolling in there. So we want to influence the kids now when they're at the primary and intermediate level, so they'll then go on at high school to choose to study the new digital technologies curriculum, and then hopefully on to university and on to the job market.
In Christchurch, software development is a $1 billion industry, but IT specialists are seen as geeks. This group wants to change that perception.
It's about communication, teams of people working together, solving problems for other people.
So what are the students brainstorming? Well, these girls are thinking about how to keep homes warm during a cold Christchurch winter.
It'll tell you if you've turned your lights off at your house, or you'll shut your garage door.
And also you can also turn off
automatic heaters.
You can turn on your heaters before you, like 30 minutes before you get home, so you can come back to a warm house.
The girls also want to keep our roads safer.
And also like foreign drivers and an app to say, like just like a 5-minute video saying about New Zealand road rules for the foreign drivers that come.
The group's founder says he's confident that potentially one of the 250 students could become the future founder of New Zealand's first billion-dollar software export company. Now, wouldn't that be a wonderful future? Marcus Gibbs, CTV News.
Well, despite falling enrolment, Canterbury University is moving ahead with its latest multi-million-dollar build. This time, it's for its science departments, which they say continue to be a major drawcard for new students.
Canterbury University's new science block is one step closer with today's announcement. Fletcher Construction will soon begin building stage 1 of the complex. Its Regional Science and Innovation Centre will cost $216 million and once finished will take in over 25,000 square metres across 2 earthquake-strengthened buildings. The finished complex will provide facilities for 5 of the university's 7 departments, namely biological sciences, chemistry, geography, geological science, physics and astronomy. The university continues to experience falling student numbers overall following the earthquakes, but has seen increased enrolments in geological sciences, a specialised subject the university hopes to make a name for itself with. The centre's first and larger building will take up 20,000 square metres and is due for completion in mid-2017.
While drought conditions still affect many in the Canterbury region and Ashburton, restrictions have now been lifted.
Full fire and water restrictions for one of the driest summers in decades has now been lifted in the Ashburton district. Recent rainfall in the beginning of autumn have allowed the district council to lift the restrictions, but hosing is still not permitted at any time on the Drumora, Methven, Springfield and Montalto water supplies. For the remainder of the district, it's back to an open fire season on the Ashburton Plains, and restricted conditions remain in place for the hill and high country areas. Recent rainfall across the district over the last couple of weeks has allowed water supply levels to get back up to where they need to be. The region's fire authority has thanked residents for abiding by the restrictions, who have experienced one of the highest fire risks in the district for many years. Fire restrictions and total bans continue in other parts of Canterbury.
And if you are a New Brighton resident, you may want to know about this. The New Brighton community is holding a public meeting tonight at 6:30 to discuss the suburb's future, including the council's long-term plan and your ongoing concerns. So if you're watching this broadcast now live, make sure you head down to the North New Brighton War Memorial tonight at 6:30. Well, still to come here on CTV News, the fans turn out in their droves to support the Black Caps and the region's weather.
With all the latest innovations in the world of technology, Shift has everything you need to stay informed and in the know. Shift, 2:15 on Monday, right here on CTV.
Opus is recreating the heart of Canterbury. From large-scale projects to commercial buildings. Your design, your vision. Opus.
Steel, the roof of New Zealand.
Diversity. No deposit. Instant finance. Convenience. Open 7 days. Austin Motor Company.
Drive It showcases the new arrivals to the motoring world, comparing and testing the latest models to discover which one is the best. Drive It, Sunday afternoons at 2:30, only on CTV.
And welcome back to CTV News. Police are investigating a road rage incident last night that could have killed a man and his dog. Police are looking for a dark-coloured Nissan four-wheel drive Turano. The driver, which they say repeatedly tried to run over the pedestrian. The man, who was walking with his family, had beckoned the driver to slow down on a narrow country road near Swannanoa at 6 p.m. last night. The driver instead chased the man, trying to run him down, hitting him once. The man suffered serious injuries to his shoulder and ankle, cuts to his hands from having to escape over a barbed wire fence, cuts to his forehead and bruising. He's since been released from hospital. His dog was also struck, suffering leg injuries, and has been treated by the local vet. Police say they consider this incident to be extremely serious and are appealing to the public for any information. Well, Black Caps supporters packed out Christchurch's fan zone in Victoria Square this afternoon for the start of the semi-final match against South Africa. Kicking off just after 2 p.m. at Auckland's Eden Park. The game won't finish until late this evening, but that didn't stop hundreds of die-hard Canterbury fans still expected to pack out Victoria Square tonight to watch the game. Here's Jared McCulloch.
With a crowd like this, the Black Caps deserve a win tonight. Victoria Square packed out for the semi-final.
Quite nervous actually. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm sure we'll go well.
Alright.
Woohoo! There's a wicket! Absolutely, yeah, we'll be there.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's going to be a good match, this one. South Africa, New Zealand. Two top teams, aren't they?
It's all come down to this, the biggest match of the Black Caps' careers as they face South Africa. With 7 wins behind them, so far completely unbeaten, a win tonight could guarantee the New Zealand team glory and a page in the history books. The Black Caps have handled the pressure well. The quarter-final match against the West Indies, a fantastic game of cricket. Martin Guptill doing New Zealand proud, scoring 237 runs.
I think it's incredible. You know, Black Caps have been there before, but you know they have a real chance to go on better. So I think it's, great.
Awesome. Let's hope we can do it again today.
Oh, it's superb. Just the way he went about his business. To hit the first ball to the last ball, just a complete performance. Yeah, it was great to watch.
Absolutely awesome. Yeah, he's my hero, and I think he came good when we needed him to.
Well, it was certainly a good score. I mean, to say unexpected, but it was certainly a good knock, yeah.
Tonight, the pressure is on this team to continue their winning streak. A win tonight guarantees the Black Caps a place in the finals of the World Cup. History would be made as well. The Black Caps have never made an appearance in a final, and win or lose that final, it wouldn't matter. This campaign would still be considered a success. The last time South Africa and the Black Caps played in the World Cup was the 2011 quarter-finals. New Zealand won that game by 49 runs in Bangladesh, but went on to lose the semi-final to Sri Lanka. Tonight's match against their fierce sporting rival South Africa is not going to be an easy win, and as the game got underway today, the crowd were on the edge of their seats.
Do you think we can win tonight, or...?
Of course we can. Pretty nerve-wracking, especially we didn't get off to a great start, dropped a couple of catches, but we're rocking on now, so it's great. Yep, really good.
I mean, to say it's a one-day game. It can go either way, can't it?
Yeah, no, definitely nerve-wracking, because, you want the best for them. definitely the win, and just sit here on the edge of the seat, ball off the ball. It's gonna be a long day.
It's anyone's guess who will win tonight. However, the TAB started betting with the odds of 2-1 if the Black Caps pull off a win. South Africa are still the favourites to win. Captain Brendan McCullum hopes to deliver a win, and so do these punters watching from the fan zone.
They're going to attack every ball, every moment. They should come away with it. If not, it'll be super, super close.
I reckon the Black Cats will do it easy. I think we'll have them all out under 200 and we'll rock up and get the runs in, say, 35 overs.
Months of work spent planning, speculating and analysing the Black Caps' play has led to this match. And in just a few hours, New Zealand's fate will be decided. Marcus Gibbs, CTV News.
And now it's time for the region's weather.
Good evening, Canterbury. It almost feels like summer's back. Let's take a look at today's temperatures. Timaru 24, Temuka and Geraldine slightly warmer 25. Ashburton and Methven, you both shared 25 degrees today. Rukai 25 for you also. Taking a look at Darfield, 25 degrees was your high today. Leicester and Rolleston slightly warmer 26. Lincoln and Christchurch 26 for you. Over in Akaroa now, it was a nice day out there, 25 degrees. Further north, Kaiapoi, Rangiora and Amberley, you're all sitting on 27 degrees. Calverton, Hamner Springs and Cheviot, a slightly warmer day for you today, 28 degrees. Kaikoura, you're on 24. Let's take a look at tomorrow's weather now. Timaru will be another fine day ahead for you with sunshine and high cloud with some mild northerly winds. Tonight's low is 12, tomorrow's high 24. To Ashburton now, a similar picture for you with just some mild temperatures and scattered high cloud throughout the day. Your overnight low is 12, tomorrow's high 24. Taking a look at Christchurch now, more of that fine weather is in store for you with some sunshine and high cloud throughout the day and some northeasterly breezes. Your overnight low is 12, tomorrow's high 24 degrees. Taking a look at Kaikoura tomorrow, sunny and mild for you with just some moderate northeasterly winds. Your overnight low is 12, your high tomorrow 24 degrees. Taking a look at the other areas around the region now, Temuka and Geraldine, there'll be some cloud for you throughout the day, 24. Methven and Rukai, very similar picture for you, in fact the same, 24. Darfield, Leiston, Rolleston and Lincoln, you're all sharing some cloud throughout the day on 24 degrees. Over in Akaroa tomorrow, expect some cloud in the morning and that should drift through to the afternoon, 24 degrees. Further north, Kaiapoi, Rangiora and Amberley, tomorrow is going to be a cloudy day for you, sitting on 25. Calverton, Hamner Springs and Cheviot also expect some cloud throughout the day. You'll be on 25 degrees. Looking ahead for Canterbury now, will be mostly cloudy on Thursday with just some periods of cooler southwesterly winds. As for Friday, fine weather in store with sunny periods throughout the day and just some cloud here and there, northeasterly winds expected. Taking a look at the weekend now, Saturday you'll be very similar to Friday with fine spells throughout the day and just some cloud here and there, northeasterlies. As for Sunday, it'll be cloudy with just some showers here and there and southwesterly winds in the morning. They should clear though and the sunny skies should appear with some northeasterlies. As for Monday, a period of fresh gustily cold southwesterlies are on the way with some showers here and there too. And that is your weather for Tuesday.
And that's CTV News for Tuesday. Have a great night.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.